This is August 2016. I bought a Bass Tracker boat, 1998. I think the boat's a 97. It's a 16-foot boat. And the motor is 1997. That's pretty sure. I'm going to be back on the back of the transom on the right side. Looks like an F. It'll look like an F. It's an E. That's slowly. There it is. Anyway, they made a bunch of these force motors. And I'm filling up this barrel. That's really the best way to test this thing. I'm going to try to test the idle for it. And let's get this water down here. Okay, I got the water up to the right level. I got it up, almost up to this fin right here. This is where the water's, not up there yet, but it will be in a second. And I'm going to explain some things about this motor I've learned. I've had it about 2 months. It's a Force. Mercury Force. And here's what they call a cowl, C-O-W-L, I guess it's called. Right here. My Mercury Marine. Back in the day it was called. So, anyway, I'm going to run this thing because I had this little screw right here is your fast idle adjustment. Idle adjusting screw. It's got this nut on here. I don't know what size that is. Anyway, that had fallen completely out because I didn't tighten that nut before when I was trying to adjust the idle. So I had taken the carburetor off to clean it. And this has just got one carburetor on it. This 40 horsepower Force motor. It's got one carburetor, got a bolt on this side, and a bolt on this side. And to get this bolt right here, I'd take this whole arm off right here. And so I figured I messed up the idle and everything by taking that off. It just screws off with one bolt, pulls off, and then you can get to this bolt right here. But this screw right here is your carburetor adjustment. You can adjust this and try to get it to idle right, and you can adjust this fast idle over here. This is a simple carburetor. Of course, the guy that helped me do it was a friend, and he knew a little bit about them. So I didn't attempt it by myself, but it's got a needle and a seat and all that, and you can get on iboats.com and see the layout, the diagram, and all that good stuff of it. Cleaning it is not hard, but you drop this bowl down right here. There's a bolt up under here. It's hard to see, but right up under here there's a bolt. You take that bolt off and this bowl drops down right here. Anyway, you'll have this whole carburetor off. You lay it on a clean towel and you can clean it up. But it's got a needle and seat and all that. Unless you know about those things, you better get a buddy to help you and videotape it, because it could be put back together wrong, even though it's about the simplest carburetor probably on a boat. Of course, this is your starter. It's going to be a long video, but I've learned some things. I took this fuel pump apart. There's a video on YouTube about that, replacing all these gaskets and everything. That's pretty meticulous, but it can be done. Two people watching each other, making sure they don't screw up. But that fails sometimes. What the problem was, it wouldn't crank. Well, I had some black gunk in the carburetor because the guy was using before me, the owner before me, used regular gas instead of non-ethanol. Always use non-ethanol. I replaced this little connector here for about $13, $14 going into the motor, gas line going into the motor, and there's one on the inside right here that you can replace. And the bolt for it's actually right up under there. It's hard to see, but that's the bolt up under there somewhere. You can feel it. You can see it. You'll be able to see it just lean down. And these are your relays right here. This is your tilt and trim relay. My relay wasn't working. My down relay. If you're facing the back of the motor, my down relay was on the left side. And it wasn't working. So, you know, you press these tabs down, and to figure out which relay it is, up or down, you can take these both off and swap them. My down wasn't working. When I swapped them, my up stopped working. So I said, okay, it's the relay. That wasn't but $15. So, and I put this didn't come with a P-line. There's a little 1/4 inch brass fitting on top of the motor. So I put this P-line in here and come out the side over here as high as I could get so I could see it. And it works. It shows me, because these motors, for some reason, these Force, they only spit out the back out of this hole right here. That's weird, but it's kind of like hot and misty is all it is if you watch YouTube. And what else did I do? Replaced the gas filter, replaced all the gas lines one at a time. So, and it wasn't my squeeze ball. I thought it was my squeeze ball, but this little thing has a check valve. It wouldn't stay running. Well, I had black gunk in the carburetor, and I had to replace this right here. So it wouldn't stay running when because it wouldn't stay primed. It wouldn't stay pumped up. I was getting gas to the fuel filter, but then it was bleeding back to the tank. So I blew out, took this line out of the tank. You might even have a tank like this. I used to have a brown tank, I think it came with. But anyway, I'm gonna start it up and see how it goes. See that says right there, throttle cable must be readjusted if idle speed is changed. Well, I hadn't done that yet, I don't think. But it seems to be running alright, or was before I tinkered with it. So hopefully it will be. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and try to crank it. Let me see here, I got to pump it up first. I got it idling like it's supposed to now. You have it sitting out the back. It's out the back some. And then I got a pin over here. European. P-line pump's looking good right now. Shake, rattle, and roll, but they say that's what 2-cylinder does. 2-cycle, 2-cylinder, 2-cycle. I just gotta, as far as I know, everything's okay now. Is it? And this is your choke down here. This is a total thing, is your choke. Primer, they call it a primer, they call it a choke. Just gotta push it. Not real tight, just in there like that. It's kind of jumping, but I don't know how to make it move smoother. I'm just going to go with that and see how it does for a while. I forgot to mention, you know, you can use these little ear things right here. These, I forget, I don't even know what they're called, but you put them down here on the bottom of the motor, and it lets water flow through the engine. But I like to put it in the bucket because that's real life simulation. They say don't try to adjust out idle speed with just these on there because the prop doesn't have any kind of resistance. And the prop does turn when it's in neutral, when it's just idling. So anyway, if you want to call me, if you've watched the video this long, call me if you got a Mercury Force 1997, I guess 98 or 96, I don't know. They look different. A lot of them look different, but my phone number, my name is Mike, 706-394-5879, and we can discuss our motors. I don't care what kind of boat it's on. Don't matter to me. We can discuss them and tell me what you've learned about them. I'll tell you what I've learned. There's some more things I've learned that I haven't discussed, but anyway, that's it for now. Over and out. I didn't really video the trailer too much on the boat. It's a Pro 16 and to make a Pro 17 too, but came with this Trailstar Tracker Trailstar trailer. And that sucker's hard to rewire the trailer lights from front to back. I put me some LED tail lights on here, but it's hard to run that wire. Ran new wire down that channel, so call me if you're wanting to run some wire. Now we can talk about that. How difficult that is. I put some raised boards on there. This thing's hard to load on the trailer, seems like. Those was a 2x4. I put a 2x6 on there from each side. But all in all, I brought this 1998 boat and motor back to life. The sucker runs, and it runs good. It don't go about 21 miles an hour. So I don't know if that's good, bad, or indifferent, but it gets me there. So trolling motor's just an accessory. I doubt it came with that. What is it, 40 pound thrust? Yeah, motor guide. So anyway, just let me know and we'll talk.